So this game I just downloaded a couple days ago from Steam. It's called Lost Girls Diary. I know nothing about it. I think it was either in the horror section or just simply the free-to-play section. Honestly, it's been a couple days since I downloaded, so I don't remember. Also, my roommate might be coming back, so if I end this video before 20 minutes is up, I live with other people and therefore have to accommodate other human beings, and I don't mind accommodating her because I love her. Oh, her boyfriend's coming and I get to finally meet him, so I'm excited about that little tidbit. Ooh. So far, I really like the music and the art style is super. It's not in English, so I almost said American. Oh my god. Don't hate me. I'm sorry.
Снова этот кошмар. Столько времени прошло, а до сих пор снится тот лагерь. И слава.
If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think it's Russian.
Во сне я переживаю тот день, но не могу изменить ничего. Теперь не засну до утра. Тонькины записки. Помню, как она носилась по всему лагерю, выспрашивая новые страшилки. Если бы я знала, что эта тетрадь может спасти нас. Среди обычных страшилок Тони написала целый рассказ. Даже меня туда засунула, правда, под другим именем. Студеным январским вечером в санатории-пансионате собралась пестрая компания.
10 p.m. hotel. Everything is ready, girls. Come down. I'd rather read a book in my room. Let's go, Ola. Please, if I say her name right, I apologize in advance. Fine. Okay, so this is obviously story-driven. Look at the pretty art. I love art so much. Ugh. Yay. Looks like someone dressed up tonight. It's none of your business, Sasha. Why don't you ask Lisa why she has to put on so much makeup? She always does, but you, whatever. Go light the candles. None of their voices are going to sound different because I don't think I can come up with this many variations of feminine voices. Although I do like that it is very female character heavy because so few games are. You got it. Boss. I'll go get more candy. Way to go, Sweet Tooth. So were they making fun of her for the way she's dressed? Why do girls do that, honestly? That's so hateful. Just be happy when other girls look pretty. It's just like, we don't need to be tearing each other down. Other people in the media and society does it enough for us. Let's be nice to each other. Sweet taste buds, sweet character, ha 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 ha. Kids are kids. Hey, Sasha, isn't it bedtime for her already? Not yet. Just let her stick around for a while. Alright, girls, let's... Ah! Ah! Blast! We got company. Who's there? It's us. Who's us? It's Stopia, and I open up. Vera, I'm freezing out here. Vera, I've asked them to come, right? It's gonna be more fun that way. Vera, idiot. Vera, dear, you should have warned us. Oh, okay, so the male lead has entered, I suppose. Wow, this place is so cool. You even have a fireplace. Oh, hello, glasses. I like boys with glasses, just by the way. I have glasses, but I really like boys with glasses. Hi, girls. He's sexy. I approve. These are Stas and Stopia. We play sports together. Stopia quit standing around and say hi. Hi. He's a pretty boy. Not that being a pretty boy is a bad thing. He's just got very blue eyes and very blonde hair. Are all of the okay. I like... never mind. Hi. It's your fault. We're not even enough rooms. There are not even enough rooms in the hotel, you meatheads. No big deal. That was a paper mistake, so we were forced to go along with your group. Take your coats off, boys. Vera, why did they come? Take it easy, Sasha. I'll rip their heads off if they mess this up. But now the ritual won't work. What ritual? Were they gonna do like a seance-y thing? Wow, how come? No boys allowed. I should have known. Come on, think of something. Ugh. I'm out of here. Bye, Ola. Ola, please stay with us. Stas, sit here. Stopia, start a fire. Should I? Of course. Cool. That was magic. He just like clicked his fingers and the fire was on. Hey Stas, what kind of sports are you into? We do Sambo. I'm assuming that's a Russian sport that I know nothing about. Somebody should educate me in the comments below. Somebody who's Russian, tell me what Sambo is. Or somebody who plays Sambo. You don't have to be Russian, but I'm assuming this is a game they play on that part of the world. You should watch us sparring sometime. It's even more exciting than karate. Embarrassed, are we? Let me introduce you to my friends. This is Lisa. My full name is, I'm gonna butcher this, Elizaveta, but I've used to being called Lisa. Hi, this is Sasha. She's our class president. Don't let her looks confuse you. She is tough, but friendly. Vera, dear, you are way talkative tonight. Pleased to meet you, Stas. So am I. Oh, I like him. And this is Ola over there. She's quite the quiet type. She's obviously probably the one that everybody is going to be going after. I don't know, I just have this feeling. That dress fits you, Ola. Of course it fits me. It's my dress. I like her. Okay. And that's Natasha. Is that how you say that, Natasha? Is that just like the Russian spelling for it? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I get it wrong. By her. Isn't it your bedtime, Natasha? Nope. Are you in love with her, with Vera, Stas? Oh, am I what? Hee. Fire started. It started a long time ago. You clicked your heels and it burst into flames, remember? Quit fooling around and sit down already. Sit with me, Stopia. Lisa, you are a fetus. Stop it. Me and... Hey, what's going on? We were going to summon the Queen of Spades, but we're not supposed to do that until midnight. The Queen of Spades? Hold on. You told me you were going to tell fortunes. Feel like telling scary stories, guys? Why not? Ola does not seem to like this idea. Awesome, I know a good one, wow. Who's gonna start? How about you, Lisa? Are you ready? Always ready. The story is about the Black Veil. I've already heard that one. No, that's another one. And don't interrupt me, please. Begin. Is that just the intro? Bed and blackened bedsheet. Okay, this story is about Black Veil. I've heard it from a boy who heard it from a girl who was in the camp where it happened. So this story is true. There was a girl in the camp. Her name was Yana. She was tall, slim, and with a braid down to the heels. Why would you have a braid down to the heels? That seems impractical. And a lot of work, and probably a lot of money spent on shampoo. Can you imagine how much shampoo that would take? Her skin was soft, and lips were red like corals. Corals are like kind of pink though, never mind. And her eyes were big and shiny like the forest lakes on a summer's day. A real knockout, okay. The entire half of the camp's boys were into her, even some leaders, but they were nothing to her. Yana only used them while they were happy to satisfy every single whim of hers. honestly, if I was as gorgeous as this describes, I would use that too. Like, I mean, buy me dinner, please, and take me out and drive me to places. I may give you a kiss on the cheek. Some of the boys even fought for her, and she'd been reported eventually, but the teachers put wool over their eyes for her. It only took her one guilty face to make a clean getaway. And that was it. No one would say a word. She changed boyfriends like socks, like some of them got lucky. But some of them got lucky to meh. Ah, you got me. What? I did it. Shush, runt. Also, there was a couple in the camp. They were so deep in love that they couldn't live apart. Every spare moment they had, they spent together. When the belle had found out about them, she was looking to steal the boyfriend. But she was waiting for the right moment, and it just so happened to be a dance party in the camp. Yana was dressed in a satin dress as dark as a moonless night, high heels, and she was decorated her braids with a scarlet bow. Everyone made their way to her. All the boys wanted to dance with her, but she was on her way out. She was way out of their league. The time of the ladies' choice dance had come, and she asked him for the dance, and then she seduced him. He couldn't resist her. I'm sure he could have put more faith in men, honestly. So Yana snatched him up. Don't give them excuses. They can resist, as can girls. But his girlfriend followed them, and then she found them. Ma, well, you got me. I didn't. Making out. Ew! Shut up, you all. That was how it was. The next morning, leaders were counting children and found 2 of them missing. The 2 were the girl and her boyfriend. They were looking for them, and they found the boy lying in the valley with his bones broken as if he was grasped with a gigantic hand. And then the girl was found too, hung on a tree. There was a note under the tree, but what was written on it was kept a secret. Chaos reigned in the camp. Neither of the police, nor the ambulance, nor the fire department could make any sense of what had happened. But I thought, ouch! Stop hitting me, Vera! Shut up already! What happened to the pretty girl? Ouch! Shh! And then children were disappearing. They were found in the forest, dead, either suffocated to death or with their bones broken, just the way it happened to the boy. Another strange thing was that before the children died, just like the boy, they made... Lisa! You got it. Didn't you? The camp leaders were on the watch every night, but children kept on disappearing right from their beds. Scared parents began taking their children back home. The principal had a heart attack. Moreover, the rest of the children stayed up all night hoping to catch the murderer. When the clock counted to 12, they saw a window swinging open as the black veil flew in through it and grabbed a sleeping kid, tied him up, and took him outside. Everything had happened so fast, and only one boy managed to hit the veil with a stick. After the stolen boy was found dead the next morning, the elder camp leader, confused about what had happened, what was on the note, there was a curse written in it. The suicide girl cursed the entire camp, but no one believed the curse was real. Although they should have, the girl turned out to be a gypsy. The camp leader had examined the children, and they found a huge bruise on Yana's hand. Then they searched her clothes and found Yana wrapped into the black veil. They beat her to death right away and incinerated her body in a huge fire. No one ever went missing again. Ever since then, locals believe that from time to time there is a pretty girl in black coming to dance parties attempting to steal some girl's boyfriend. And if she succeeds, the boy is never to be found. I would go out with the black veil. Well, you're stupid then. Yeah, thank you, Vera. Who's next? Okay, so is this game literally all just going to be text dialogue? I mean, I don't mind that so much, but is there going to be any gameplay at all, or am I just going to be clicking my way through that? My turn. Of course. I'm going to tell you the story about the red teeth. Alright, we're already into part 3, the red teeth, coolio. So I guess this game's all just like visual novel stuff, so there's really not much for me to do besides read it aloud. I hope you don't mind this. I might just make this one long episode because, I mean, if this is all this game is, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Again, you tell it all the time because the story is legit. Aunt Xena had been in the camp and she saw it with her own eyes. If you have already heard it, why don't you go to bed, huh? Tell it, Natasha. Me and Stas haven't heard it. It happened a long, long time ago when Auntie Zeta was a girl studying in primary school. And it happened one summer she went to camp, which was far, far, far away from home. And one of those days, something terrifying happened there. Someone had stolen all of the food from the camp, every single bit of it, including the breadcrumbs. The principal went out to get food at the local city at once, which was far, far away from the camp, while children were left with no food for the rest of the day. Those who had brought food had to share it with their roommates, but most of them had nothing to eat, so they all drank more water in order to full their stomachs. Imagine how big the line to the restroom was. Having no food for a day, children's play. Easier said than done. Don't interrupt her, keep going, Natasha. So Auntie Xena had to go number 1, but all the restrooms were occupied. She had headed to the nearby bushes. After she sat down, she heard a weird noise, like a dog was chewing on a bone. She sneaked up to the bushes and saw a girl eating something. Auntie Xena shouted to the girl. As the girl turned around, she saw the girl had... that was a kind of a jumpy thing. It spooked me, but not because it was legitimately scary, just because it was like, random flashing images, be scared, haha. I'm obviously going to be a little bit critical because I love horror games. Auntie Xena shouted to the girl. As the girl turned around, she saw the girl had the red teeth. Eee! Ugh. It turned out that the girl had found a pack of cranberry jelly and wanted to have it all to herself in the bushes. Her nickname was the Red Teeth until the end of camp. And who stole the food? I don't know. Auntie Xena has never told. Nice job, Natasha. Quite a scary tale. Who's next? I am, but I must warn you, this story is so scary that I couldn't sleep for a whole month after. You would be dead, Stas. You would be dead if you couldn't sleep for a whole month. The human body can't even go, like, 7 days. Calm down. What a wimp. Okay, you're gonna end up liking him, so shush. I know how these stories go. The story is about the Black Hand. The Black Hand, part 4. The very same? Precisely. Stop it. You are too young. I highly doubt you are over 18. Don't touch him. Stop it. Ugh, you're right, Ola. I agree. Fiddles with her candy wrapper. Crinkle, crinkle. My classmate was there. He saw the Black Hand, and he wouldn't lie about it. 2 years ago, my friend David went to camp. So are these all of these stories they're telling gonna happen at a camp? Okay. Only the A students from all over the country could be in the camp. David? Yes, David Schneepelschon. I'm sorry, I won't be able to say it. Do you know him? No. Why didn't you go there? I didn't want to. Not worth much, I see. Stop it! That's just unnecessarily mean. He hasn't even done anything to you. Don't be a bitch. Like, why would you just... That's just mean. What? Just because you don't... Okay, like, that's just rude. That's not cute. That's not flirty. That's just, like... You don't know him well enough to be teasing. That's just mean. So the camp was surrounded by tall fence guards which were on watch 24/7. No intruder had a chance to get inside. The adults were keeping watch, outnumbered. The adults keeping watch outnumbered the children. And all of a sudden, things started going missing in the camp. It was small at first. Badges, candies, pens, and crowns. No one cared because it was normal to not return things amongst geniuses. Okay. But then money, books, even clothes were disappearing. Only then they realized that there was a thief, or maybe a band of thieves, working in the camp. For not only the children were being robbed, but adults as well. Guards had been trying to catch the thieves at first, but once they failed, they called the police. The police had been staying in the camp for a week, setting up traps, interrogating the staff, but to no avail. Meanwhile, the stealing continued. One day, guys from the troop had found a way to reveal the perp. They secretly rigged up a TV camera and set it up in their room. No one else knew it was there. They placed a wallet in front of the camera, hid in the next room, and watched the wallet through the TV. They had been waiting for a long time and got tired of keeping watch. They got interrupted and missed the moment when the wallet was stolen. It had been there just a moment ago. The next night, they installed a recorder in the room with the camera. In the morning, they placed a video game instead of a wallet and got back to their activities. In the evening, the video game was gone. The recording they had watched showed them a black hand appearing in front of nowhere, taking and vanishing into the air. The guys ran out looking for adults, leaving one of them to guard the camera. But once the police came back along with the guys, the recording was gone. The camera was broken, and the boy was dead, with a black fingerprint all over his neck. The police didn't believe the boys, suspected them as the murderers. The boys were arrested and driven to separate rooms. But the next morning, they were found dead, with the black fingerprints on their necks as well. The entire police department had been assembled in the camp. Scared parents were taking their children back home, while those kids who stayed tried not to be alone. The stealing didn't stop. Now it was furniture, chairs, shelves, even couches. The Black Hand was gone mad, and it was stealing everything. When a girl went missing, 3 of her friends from a chemist club got up to take their revenge on the Black Hand. They built a bomb, planted it in a drawer, and asked David to install a detonator so it would trigger as soon as the drawer was opened. There was nothing in it at all. All he had to do was whatever. What was next? In a couple days, they heard an underground explosion from somewhere around the camp. Excavators had been brought. They dug through and found abandoned bomb shelters stuffed with stolen things. And in the middle of the explosion, they found a piece of some equipment and the boy's body torn apart with the explosion. Identification was hardly possible. His hands were black with paint. The body parts were taken away by the military as well as the equipment. They promised no one would ever tell a thing. Ah! What? My candies are gone. The Black Hand took them. Relax, Natasha. You ate them yourself while you were listening. Really? I didn't see that coming. Oh. Boy, you are noisy. Fine. Now you are going to listen to Hold On, It's Ola's turn now. How come? Really? How? Because we don't have any more candy. Does it have something to do with the candy? Ignorance is bliss. Begin, Ola. Forest Light, Part 5. I don't know how I feel about this game. It's kind of, there's really not much. And I honestly don't know if I want to play any more of it because there's not much actual game here. It's all story, but I feel like I should at least finish it because, I mean, I've gotten this far. So I'm sorry. There is an abandoned pioneer camp deep in the nearby forest, fenced with a barbed wire rotten by time. It's used to be the biggest camp in the area until a mind-bending thing had happened, so there's people fenced the camp with a couple of lines of wire and forgot about the camp forever. However, I found a camp leader's diary in our library and wondered why I was the first one who found it. I shouldn't tell what was written in it, but I can't resist telling you. It's going to make me insane if I don't. Hands off! But this is when it's supposed to be so spooky. Then why don't you give Stopia a hug? He's already getting it. From Lisa, but she doesn't look like she's over 18. I don't know how I feel about this. Come on, Stas. I can hug. Oh, okay. Both of you. Sure thing. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, no, I feel fine here. Oh, she's mad. Suit yourself. The diary belonged to Oksana, the leader of the first troop. The record says everything was all right for the first half of the camp. Children were having a good time, falling in love and breaking apart. Oksana herself had fallen in love with the camp leader of the third squad, but feelings weren't mutual. Half the diary was full of poems about her one-way love and sketches of the one she was into. But it changes in the second half. Just listen. Ola takes the book out of a rabbit sticker and draws flowers on it. The 20th of July, the terrible heat continues. Anton asked me to take his squad to the lake before I take mine, and I couldn't refuse. Man, he is handsome when he smiles. My squad wasn't happy though, but I let them go off an hour past curfew. The 21st of July. We have a situation. Dasha Startsvia has been missing since the morning. Her stuff is in place, and Katya told me she saw Dasha last night going to the bathroom. We found Dasha. She fell into an old well behind the warehouse. To my surprise, she was safe and sound when we took her out. A lucky girl, on the other hand, she hasn't said a word ever since. Well, I mean, if you fell into a well, that'd kind of be a little traumatizing depending on how old she is. I hope she'll be fine. She must rest in the infirmary. Irada Polvana called Dasha's parents a lot, but no one answered. During the lineup, Anton lectured me on how to look for children. I was about to burst into tears why he was being so rude to me. The 22nd of July, Petrovic and the guys from the 5th squad built a huge cover over the well. Now it's finally safe. Dasha is not speaking yet, just lying in her bed, silent. Maria Potvana spoon-feeds her. Irada Polvana lets no one out of the camp, including Anton, whose grandmother passed away yesterday. The 23rd of July. We were going to see Dasha today. We made a wonderful bouquet for her and cards and with best wishes written on it. Something is wrong with Anton. He had a quarrel with the principal this morning. The rest of us was written in a different hand. All of a sudden, I felt like I was out of my body, watching myself from a different viewpoint. I heard a blunt slam after he pushed me right into the well. It doesn't hurt, though. But I feel sad. A green bright spot in the sky reflects in the puddle at the bottom, and I see it coming. A shooting star, I think. I should make a wish. The spot shines even brighter. The green sparkle is closing in on me with the speed of sound. It stings me and casts me back into my body. Now it's two of us in the body, me and the star. The pain is back, and my neighbor doesn't like it. The little green sparkle starts beating the way my heart does. It's growing inside my body, filling every single cell as if it was an empty vase. The vase is cracked, however, the green light is getting loose through it. The star banged its anger, and rifts into my body fade away like snow under the sunshine. I feel good, so I curl in a ball right in the humid, stinky hole. Too bad I can't see my companion. I only feel it burning in my chest. The star wants me to get out of the pit, but I don't care. The only thing I want is oblivion. The star is not going to give in. It's thrashing around inside, and I pity it. It's warmed me at first, but it's just a moment ago. It moved up my shoulder out of the sunken part of my body. Poor thing, how unlucky it got. I can't stand. I see a small shard of sky above me. Now it's being blocked by a figure. And now it's not. This flickering annoys me, so I close my eyes. I feel someone taking me up, awakening old memories I'm hiding from. All this happened to someone but me, while I was just being a specter. The show is about to end, and now it's a fireball instead of a tiny star growing bigger inside me. It's not a friendly companion any longer, but a gruesome warden watching over me. He forces me to eat, causing pain in the stomach. He forces me to go to the bathroom, stinging my feet. The rest of the time, it lets me rest obliviously. The fireball is nothing, not growing bigger anymore. Now it's training my body to follow its commands instead. And I do as he commands willingly, otherwise the fire will burn me out. All I need right now is a little bit of rest. Right now the fire bends down my neck. A nurse comes in. She drops her tray with plates on it, so porridge and blueberries scatter all over the floor. The fire flashes up, and I see a beam of green light striking Maria Potvania. The nurse comes out while the beam is tracing her. I look at the flies gathering around the porridge. As long as my companion is playing with his new toy, the entire council enters my ward. The camp leader, along with the girl from my squad, carefully go around the mess, whispering. I see both Oksana, pitiful face, and the fear seizing the others. They look at me as if I am exponent of Kunt's camera. Their words are full of false sympathy. Their presence disgusts me. The keen rays of green piercing into their heads, swift silently. And they go out of the room, kicking the shattered plates and trampling the blueberries. The flies are back again for their feast. Dong, one of the rays of light, scatter around them with a melodic jingle. Right away, the peaceful beaming fireball has woken up. He throws me off the bed. I go out of the infirmary, unable to resist its pressure, but I don't want to. Dozens and hundreds of rays are following me along the way, right? The targets only can know as I follow the way my stars show me. We slowly make our way around the camp while the green rays fill the air with their shine. Ding dong, ding dong. All of a sudden, the rays are breaking apart, which is a spectacular and beautiful. As I stop and look at the fire, there's no more interest in me anymore. I look at the world around me, illuminated by the emerald light. Alas, their number is running out. It's about a dozen of them now. The fire grows wilder. I burn out and am reborn from ashes only to burn out again. I am the phoenix. My clothes are already turned into dust. My walks leave me smoking footprints and charred grass behind. I come to the gates and I see him. He lies scratching the ground, trying to escape the camp. The beam that connects us is barely pulsing, about to scatter. I come closer and wait. Now it's finally gone, leaving nothing but green sparks on the floor as he freezes. The flame pushes me ahead, but I am not in a hurry to leave. Why me? What have I done to you? What did I do wrong? I ask the dead body, but it's not about the answer. The pressure is getting unbearable, so I leave. I try crying, but the tears are fading as fast as they leave my eyes. Whispering its goodbye tune, the last beam shattered. I stop in the middle of the alley leading the square. I want to lie down, but the firestorm's pushing me on ahead. We approach the pioneer hornblower statue, then the paddler girl. Finally, gigantic monuments of linen gets my attention. I stretch my hands as the fiery gush of light is absorbed by the statue. I follow the path to the woods out of the camp, leaving only dead people and glowing monument of the chief behind. The only thing I kept as are this diary and the little star deep down in my heart. That's it. Boring. Yeah, I feel the same way. I didn't even understand it well enough to be scared or spooked by it. That was stupid. Ola, how do you manage to read it in the darkness? It's empty. I don't feel comfortable. How old is she? Yep. If only your stories were more interesting, you would make a fine writer, but your tales kill us with boredom. I feel the same way, Sasha. Humph. Finally, it's time for a real scary story, not one of your knockoffs prepared to tremble with fear now. You will hear about the red eyes. How long is this game? I don't like it that much. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cut this video off because it feels like this game is gonna be nothing but this, and I do not approve. I do not give my seal of approval. I'm sure none of you do either. So I'll see y'all later. Have good evenings, everyone, and be safe.